Okay, so this is the TrackOz Generation 3 rooftop tent. As soon as you open your box, you've got your anti-condensation mat that is covered here. So you take that off so you can fold it up. It's ready to start unboxing the rest of it, finding our little brackets and getting ready to mount it on our OCAM flat rack. After your initial setup, you pull your mattress out, set everything up so you can make sure you're all happy with it. Then I'm going to cut the corner out of my anti-condensation mat so it sits nicely around your little 12-volt box, and then it should be ready to put the mattress back in and set up your mounting brackets. Okay, so climbing up in, this is my one here, so this is the 1.2, so a little bit narrower, but in my opinion it comfortably and happily sleeps two people. The airflow again, bigger windows on this model, but if the rain and wind is strong you may have a bit more coming through here, so you zip it up. Canvas on the inside, which is a bonus, so you don't have to let bugs in and out if it does start raining, stuff like that. Over in this corner over here you have your little 12-volt box I was talking about. So if we get on in here, I've just got a phone charger. So we've got 3 cigarette sockets and a couple of USBs. This one here comes factory with the tent. You plug that in and you hit your switch, and then you've got your 360-degree amber LED light. So not super bright, but it's not white, which is good. No bugs, and it's definitely enough in here to see what you're doing. And then I like to, testing it out, sleep with the head up that way. So when you're waking up, you know, you've got the view, you're looking out. I find if I sleep with my head up this end, if you're laying straight up, the ends of your feet will touch the bottom of the clamshell. So I've just started putting the pillows up this end and see if we sleep the other way. That way you're only touching mesh. Nowhere super stretched. So then you've got, what was good is sleeping up here is where you can stick your phone in and use the touchscreen through this little piece of plastic and watch movies if that's what you're into. So going out, sitting in a very nice area, you can lay down and watch some movies. You've got, comes with your like drink bottle holders or bags. These are your bottle holders at the end, so you've got kind of bigger pockets, normal holder. It's like a kind of a woolen insulated top that goes onto the top. Alright, so I'm finishing off this video a bit late. All of my files got corrupted and then I've somehow managed them to get them back. So where I ended up was the overall weight of these tents range between 66 to like 76 kilos depending on what you put on top. On my cruiser, as you can see, I've got the 2 solar panels, so I still have one of the first versions of this tent where we only have the hold down clamps on the back, so there's no spare ones on the sides, which the new models have, and I have the factory struts. Now these struts, they hold the tent up with 2 panels, but it's a bit of work to get there. So there are heavy duty struts that I'll be picking up somewhat soon for this, or changing the tent to the X style where you get the extended legroom. A little bit more expensive, but it pays to, when you sleep with your head up this way, you can have your feet straight up and you're not hitting in the corner. So this is the more budget style tent. The only things I'm going to have to change for that are the wiring where it comes up there. I'm going to have to make that a little bit longer. And these new solar panels. So these are 200 watts on there. They're fairly old now. I've actually had this tent for almost 2 years. So this has turned into more of a long-term review and honest thoughts on all of my TrackOz gear. Nothing about their gear has actually let me down. Anything that's gone wrong with it is self-inflicted. So I'll bar the dramas with my awning bag. When I picked this up, it had 3 tears in the corner and a tear along the side of the bag, but I don't think it's gone through on the front here. I think it is only the back of the awning. I was supposed to go down and get it changed out straight away, but I've been very lazy for really 2 years now. It still works fine, but Lockie's told me to come down and swap it out and grab a new one. And in that time, they now have the 270 XL, so that is the one that also has the additional fold out to the front. So I thought I'll just wait and pick one of them up, and then I've been battling stock issues and having the time and my own holidays. So now I'm ready to get down and swap that out. The tent itself does need a bit of a clean. All I've done new is put a mattress in it. I accidentally left a window down while it was raining one time at home, letting the tent air out. It started raining at home, left a window down and the mattress got wet inside. I didn't notice until the following day, and then it just started to get moldy. That again, my own fault. Nothing on the tent itself. I probably should have put the windows up before I went to sleep, but oh well, I'm sleeping in comfort in my own room. You forget completely about your car when you're not in it. So that went moldy, and then I've just put in a June self-inflating mattress. What else have I done? I've changed the brand, or I've changed the anti-condensation mat that was in there and went with a June one as well, because they're a little bit nice material. But again, it does the same thing and it's nothing majorly different, so you can definitely get away with just using the factory anti-condensation mattress. And if I didn't get that mattress wet and moldy, I also wouldn't have changed from the 75 mattress that was in there. The only things I have had a problem with is in the past 2 years with repetitive opening and closing of the tent, as we've gone on quite a few trips, is the internal light in the tent has been pinched when it's closed down in the corner, and broken the wire out of the strip light and rendered that useless. So they're just glued up in their little sleeves. So I've just pulled that out, and now we have no light in there, but that is okay because I've been using a kick-ass fan and just a Milwaukee light in there, and we've had really no more dramas than that. Everything in the past 2 years has been perfect. My only complaints have been the gas struts, and Lachlan has told me that they have the upgraded ones for the extra weight because I've opted to have the 2 panels. Now you get 1 panel when you get these, and they weigh roughly 6 kilos each. So I've got 400 watt on the roof running through a Victron MPPT, and that's really more than you need. It's just running all of my things. So I've got their 270 awning, which has 4 lights in it, and like on each pole, and then I've just got the fridge, phone chargers, Milwaukee chargers and stuff like that running out of the back. So ample solar. I also have a DC running that, so there's no need for really anything more. You don't need no fold out like blankets, you don't need anything. What's on the roof is fine. I don't chuck anything on the roof, so I've taken off the roof bars that it comes with and now just have the 2 panels. In the newer models of tent, they don't have the light canvas like I do on the fly net around the top and the water net, and they don't have this style of panel. So they actually have a slightly slimmer solar panel mount, and they have dark canvas all the way around, so it helps with like staining and that. But as you can see, this thing up close is a little bit dirty. It hasn't had a clean in a while. I need to wash my panels off. They're not operating very well because they just got like a bunch of just dust landing on it, getting dirty. And yeah, You do get, when you have mounts like these and panels is close under the tent and above the tent, you get a bit of an air whistle around 60 k's and above. Something that I've just gotten used to because, you know, cars of this age make enough noise anyway. I'm currently in the middle of replacing door cards, so I'm going to put sound deadening in there to quiet that. But yeah, the tent itself, a little bit of whistle from the panels on top as the air kind of scoops under and throws out the back, and a little bit of a whistle underneath, but I personally don't mind it. I will be looking at upgrading this tent to one of the newer model ones, as this one's getting a bit sad now with the internal damage, the light, and just the older style. I would like the black canvas all the way around. I would like an X hinge, and I want the slimmer, nicer 220 watt panels that come with the later models. So all in all, with TrackOz, they've been nothing but awesome to deal with. I've let Lachlan know about the awning. I'm supposed to go get one. I've been lazy, and then they sell out, so then I just wait till the next stock, and then he's got it. He tells me to come down quickly and grab one, and then I just tell him that it's been super awesome to deal with. It's just come down to my own laziness. So replacing this awning, just due to the bag damage on both sides. The awning itself is awesome, lights are cool, and their later model ones also have amber lights, as I've got one of the early ones that only has the white light in it. So again, that's why I'm like, oh, like we need amber like in the tent, and the new ones have it now. So I will be going to the 270 plus, and I'll be buying the TrackOz mounts because they mount a little bit nicer to the tent. They mount in your two gutter rails, and then they have a kind of bracket that slits under, so it sits a bit of the weight on here as it levers and pulls tight. If we come around and see how I've mounted mine, I've just cut down the Darshi mounts and put them on there, so there is a little bit of pull, but as long as you get them far enough that way, the two should support the weight nicely. And the poles, the awnings have a built-in pole and a pole bag. So every time I set up the awning, I will always put down the inbuilt pole that's riveted to it, and then I'll chuck up an extra 1 or 2 poles, because although it is freestanding, you don't want all that weight sitting on your tent the whole time. So it takes another 2 seconds, super quick to set up being freestanding, and then it takes 2 seconds per pole just to ram a pole in it, and then you know it's well supported. If the car rocks or anything and you peg it down, it's not gonna just break anything that it shouldn't, because you're too lazy to spend like 10 seconds. But yeah, all in all, these past 2 years with this stuff has been awesome. I've got no complaints. At the start of this video, you see one of my friends setting up also a TrackOz tent. I believe he has upgraded tents as well since then, and lots of family friends ask, like, do I recommend it? Should they get one? And my answer is always the same, and it's always yes. They're very cheap in comparison, and they're the same or better. So no complaints here, and I'll definitely be buying again and upgrading my setup in the time to come. So stay tuned, and thank you all for watching.